Welcome back. Now in this session onwards we are going to learn about virtualization. So in this aspect, we are going to look at some of the capabilities provided by Synapse Serverless SQL Pool to achieve data virtualization. So what is data virtualization? Data virtualization is a logical data layer that allows us to combine data from multiple sources at query time without having to write complex ETL pipelines to load that data into a database. We've already seen how to query data using open row function from a blob storage or a data lake without loading that data into a database. Synapse Serverless SQL Pool also provides additional capabilities in the form of database objects to make this experience even better. And that is what we are going to look at in this section. As we've seen, the data we received is in various file formats ranging from delimited, JSON, Parquet, and Delta. Even within these formats, there are nuances to the data such as different limiters of comma and tab and also different types of JSON files, such as single-line JSON and classic JSON files. So far we have been accessing this data from these files in the data lake using open row set function in our select statements. As we said before, this provides the ability to query the data in the data lake without loading that into tables. This is great for quick data discovery, and it is a step forward in the right direction. At the same time, this poses significant inconveniences to the consumers of our data. For example, the data analyst and the data scientist will have to know the name of the file you are writing for the storage account, etc. They need to understand the file type and other nuances that we discussed just now. Even the open row set function provides automatic schema inference. The users will have to specify column names and data types in order to be able to get the maximum performance out of the system. There's a lot of code repetition because you will have to specify the entire open row function every time you want to select the data from the storage. There is no table. We cannot connect from BI tools and query tools to perform analysis or create reports. Wouldn't it be nice if the consumers of the data can access the files as if they are SQL tables or views and not worry about the type of the files and file format, etc.? Yes, it is possible, but Serverless SQL Pool. Serverless SQL Pool provides two types of database objects to make this experience happen. The first one is the external table, which you can create on the data in the data link as part of the external table creation. You can define things such as your array of the storage location, file formats, column names, and data types. Once you create the external table, this can be accessed like any other table in a relational database that users don't need to know about any of those characteristics which define the table. The other option is to use views. Views in Serverless SQL is similar to views in any other relational database system. You can clear a view on the selection of the data. As we've seen previously, we can select data using open row set function and we can create a view on that selection of the data. You can also create views on the data selected from the external tables or a combination of external tables and open row set functions. For example, you may want to create a view on one layer, a subset of the columns from an external table to restrict access to certain users. The uses, such as data analyst and the data scientist, can now report and analyze the data using these external tables and views without worrying about the complexities of the underlying files. Similarly, BI developers can build reports using these tables and views. I hope you now understand the need for external tables and views. In the forthcoming session, we look at how to create these database objects. I'll see that.